What's up, Starcraft fans? Last time we did Stet Boy, this time we will round out the ground massive units with Arcturus's Blackhammers. We will use Principal Proletariat so that the mech or the Royal Guard will be cheaper, but the mineral costs will increase for them and supply costs will increase for them. My masteries will be Labor and Trooper Imperial Support, so I can still get that mandate. I will still need that mandate. I will get terrible damage, or actually I will get Royal Guard cost, obviously, to make my Royal Guard cheaper. And finally, I will go with starting Imperial Mandate because that fast bunker with 6 extra troopers is such a huge deal. It's just so hard to go without. So I'm still on missed opportunities. Thank you to Notorious Thief for supporting media mobilization rate here. And Darth, Lucinous Superiorness, is Shadow Archon, who are supporting me in the Pulse Cannon tier. And thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. Once again, we are on missed opportunities. The objective is to defend the harvesting bots, and we are on Magura map because we want to select the enemy composition, which will be the High Templar and Colossus one. We will have a tight opener, which will center around getting as fast of a Blackhammer as possible. Blackhammer is Arcturus Mengsk's variant of the Thor. It doesn't have any abilities. It does have the ability to give armor to its allies, and it can transform really fast, but other than that, it's not really anything special. It doesn't have splash damage, which would have been helpful in taking care of groups of zealots which will attack us later on. It doesn't have any ability to repair itself. It doesn't have any ability to teleport out of the map, so it's pretty basic as far as abilities go, but it's very tanky. And it levels up, which will make it have more health and better stats. So you can see that I already have 2 of these refiners up and running. I am quadruple building this barracks so I can get it out faster. And I'm trying to go to 27 supply to have all these marines, these troopers, these vampires, shoot at these rocks over here. Of course, I take those rocks out so I can expand more quickly and get these resources for myself. Now I'm rushing out the factory. The factory, of course, is the production structure that builds out the Blackhammers. I fly it out to this point so I can have a bit of a faster rush distance toward the fight, toward the front. You can see I'm landing this barracks here to kind of give myself a little tank in the beginning. I'm also single building the armory because I don't really need to fast build it. Meanwhile, I dropped the bunker down here as soon as I got 25 energy, 25 mandate. That will allow me to get these troopers out and start my fast enlistment center, because the cost of a Blackhammer is around 480 minerals and 360 gas, even with masteries. So quite expensive, which means I actually need to get my resources, my resource harvesting up as quickly as I can. 3 minutes. And that is right around when they start my first Blackhammer. Right around nowish. So it won't be ready in time. It takes about a minute to build. So what I will do is send this vampire out here to kind of distract the zealots. Make him stall the zealots for long enough that they won't actually be able to hurt my economy or actually delete my allies' base. I'm actually trying to build stuff over here, but I recover in time. Chase back. These zealots will attack my enlistment center, get rid of one of my vampires, but that is fine. It's relatively expendable, a little annoying but expendable. I just have this guy repairing until my Thor, my Blackhammer comes out. You can see this guy does tremendous damage to ground forces with its bazooka-like blast, with its grenade launchers. It doesn't deal splash damage, but it deals a lot of single target damage. You can see I floated my barracks up here to provide a sort of funnel. I will try to funnel the enemy into this tight choke point here so that the zealots which will come out will not be able to surround my Blackhammer. You can see it's getting repairs out here. It has a good number of troopers, laborers, repairing it, mass repairing it. You can see the zealots are not quite getting the surface area, Only 2 of them are able to attack at any one time, and that of course gives you the flexibility to have just one guy fight all those guys. Second Blackhammer is out. Third is on the way. Actually, third and fourth. I've mass produced. Actually, yeah, I made another factory. Another Blackhammer's on the way. That's the third one. I fan out my Blackhammers. One will take care of these guys. The other one will take care of these guys. I will try to get as much damage done for my Blackhammers as humanly possible, or as inhumanely possible. Starport has completed. I'm now fast building this fusion core to get faster mandate when I have a blimp sieged over. I know the blimp sieged over will just give me additional means to steal damage and kills away from my Blackhammers, but I have tried using pure Blackhammers for everything. It is quite tough to make work with just Blackhammers. I am actually forced to use my top bars, specifically the Zerg cooldown and the nuke cooldown, to help me full clear the map and protect all bots. First blimp has sieged. I'm now generating 33 mandate from my laborers. You can see here on the left number. The right number, the 54, is because I have 3 of these Blackhammers all generating mandate. So both laborers and Royal Guard generate mandate. As you can see right now, the Royal Guard are generating tremendous mandate. 54 at a time. I called on a bunker over here. I will use the bunkers. You can see I loaded them with rockets, with rocket blasters, because that will deal more damage toward this extraction device, the bonus objective. It's just 1 kill. It is a lot of health. It is 8,000 health, which is 8,000 damage fewer that my Blackhammers will do. But I'm willing to trade that so that my Blackhammers will be able to be out in the front and take care of the main objective, which will be attacked by these Zealots and these Stalkers. You can see I made a sort of Sun City here. I'm making these Zealots go all the way around, which will give my Blackhammers more time to blast them. Of course, my laborers also act as meat shields, inhumane but effective. Rallying more laborers from the enlistment centers because I am floating. And I do float a lot of minerals with this strategy. I see just the blimp here. The blimp will make my Blackhammers shoot faster and move faster, which is quite helpful because these chonkers are quite slow. I'm actually trying to rush toward this bot because you can see that the Zealots are surrounding it, have completely surrounded it. So I kind of rushed out my Thors here just to make sure that this extractor lives. It's down to 110 health, but it does survive. Have these Blackhammers focused on the Immortals so that they have a greater chance of survival. 110 health is still alive. You can see these anti-air vampires are still whacking that main objective. So now I have full mandate that will allow me to use the nuclear annihilation on this here base. That will make it easier for me to clear out the 4th set later on. It is a long corridor here. If you recall, the third set of bots or geysers is here on the far right, and the 4th set is here on the far left. So it's a long way to cross, and I do not want to have to clear all the way out there. So I'm clearing it starting from here, near this center west lane. You can see I even made an intercessor. It is not actually a mistake. I did intend to make that. And the intercessors will actually allow me to move my Blackhammers more quickly across the field. That is actually critical, both in getting to hotspots as well as evacuating any Blackhammers that need to be saved. When it's getting surrounded, when it's getting low health, when it's getting focused down, I will actually need these intercessors to literally save my Blackhammers from dying. But now they are easily cleaning house. You can see 5 Blackhammers are a pretty formidable contingent force. Pretty mighty set of units. You can see medevacs, the intercessors immediately showing their worth. They ferry these Blackhammers in place. I try to spread them out so that they won't get focused down. Because when they clump up too much, the High Templar, which come with this attack, by the way, I'm getting my upgrades from here. I built those engineering base to kind of funnel the enemy through, and now it's double serving as an upgrade center. You can see this bot is getting really low, but it does survive. That's all that matters. I just used the Zerg call down because I had full mandate, also because I needed to intercept this force here and soak up the storms. Blackhammer still dealing damage, but the fact that the storms are wasted on these Zerg units is huge for my survivability, because these laborers are the guys repairing my Blackhammers. They do repair quickly when they're teaming up, but they do get a lot of storm damage. So you can see, yeah, the more storms that these High Templar use on the Zerg, the better it is for my laborers, because they'll have less bad weather to contend with. They do get stormed a little bit, but yeah, only 3 of them. Only 3. You can see these bunkers in place are soaking up more damage. They are making sure that the labor repairers don't soak up so many of the storms. They do spend their time actually doing what I'm paying them to do, which is repair my Thors or my Blackhammers. Now I have a bit of time. I clear out this last set, which will be important for later because I will spend the majority of my time clearing out the north base, which means I need to clear this last set out early so I don't have to go back to it. And you can see this whole area over here is clear, which will give me more of a runway to actually just walk there and just clear this last set so I don't need to do it later on. It's quite helpful. Quite helpful. That Reaver getting a few shots off more than I want to, but ultimately it does not eliminate the 3-star. You can see the 3-star Thors have 1050 health. That is quite hefty. But still, you don't want them to stand too long against Immortals. Check out how much mandate the Blackhammers are generating. This guy's getting low, so I pick it up with the medevac. I am actually hero. I am Dragon Phoenix Gaming hero with my medevac pickups, as long as I have slower speed on my game. Let us now clear out this next set, and by that I mean just this last guy. Check out that mandate generation. I generate mandate so quickly. I probably could have spent a lot of time or a few minerals just building a few earth splitters in my base just so I can have the contaminated strike, but I was kind of all over the place here. I drop a vampire here just to get vision for the nuclear annihilation. That will actually almost clear out this bonus. And again, this is for expediency's sake. I just don't have the bandwidth, or rather the Blackhammers don't have the bandwidth to walk all the way here and clear out this bonus objective, so I just set down a little bunker down here. Again, equip the troopers with rocket launchers so they can deal more damage to the extraction device and eliminate it quickly. You can see I'm placing down a wall here. You remember my previous games, I set my wall out here, further out, here further out, and here further out. But now I'm recessing it a little bit because my Blackhammers are really slow. I want them to actually have a slower distance, or a smaller distance to cover to get to the front. You can see I equip these guys with the blue guns so that they will deal more damage and clear out this area. There's one more hybrid here, and I'll actually bait that using this guy. I'll bait that using this guy.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then run that back here to get shot by the bunker. So I canceled that upgrade. I was getting upgrade there, but you can see the early warning system here that I put in place allowed my Blackhammers to get in position, and you can see This corridor here that I made of engineering base and barracks is actually funneling all those zealots away. You can see I have another early warning device here. I do not have the time to get over there, so I just called out the Zerg. It is better than straight up losing, and I do still have these intercessors to come over here and defend in case I need it to. Next wave is doing a little bit of damage there. Not ideal, but the good news is these Ultras are also dealing damage. They're also ground massive units, so they will absolutely count toward Arcturus' count. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 waves here. I'm actually trying to focus on these Immortals. This bot is getting pretty low, so I focus on the Immortals first so that they don't deal so much damage to the harvesting bots. I have 4 guys here now. I have 10 Blackhammers. That's as high as I go. These cost a lot of supply, so I can't actually make a lot of them in the first place. You can see I use the Intercessors to micro my Thors back, make sure they don't die, and make sure they get repaired by these laborers back here. The safety of home. Okay, I try to move this Blackhammer here to make sure that this Immortal does not shoot this very low health harvesting bot. It's like 3 shots away from that Immortal. Immortal deals 50 damage to armored units. So it's like 3 shots away from dying. I micro these 2 guys back. They're quite low health. I do not want to have these guys get soak up a lot of damage. The good news is these guys just Archons. They deal a lot of damage to light, but my Blackhammers are the opposite of light. They are quite heavy. So now I want to create a beachhead here so that my Blackhammers will have an easier time pushing in and clearing out enemies. I push this Imperial Witness in. I actually move it in a little bit more, and I can drop. I baited them in here using the blimp, using Donny Vermilion. Here it is. Donny Vermilion! Now that I've cleared a significant area of this base, I'm able to push my Blackhammers in without having to fight into a concave. Again, the Intercessors are quite useful here. They are quite instrumental in allowing me to push more easily into this base. You can see I also transformed the laborers into troopers and equipped them with anti-air guns. That is because the anti-air of these Thors is pretty weak unless they transform into that anti-air mode, but that's transformation time, not shooting time. I'd rather have my Blackhammers shooting than transforming. That's why I prefer instead to have these troopers be anti-air guns, just to help them DPS down these buildings, call down more vampires, get them in there, call down more vampires. Just really, you can see I turned these green because I was still shooting at air, but I turned these guys blue because I just wanted to get through these buildings as quick as I can. So the strategy has shifted a little bit. I actually do want to clear out quickly before the last set of enemies arrive. You can see these engineering base which funnel in the enemies from east to west will now be funneling enemies from west to east. So it's double purpose. There's no reason not to have a couple of buildings here just to slow down the enemies, just to block them. Again, varying with these Intercessors, a really good call. These Intercessors, they're absolutely helpful in allowing me to full clear the enemy base before the next or the last set of enemies have spawned. The rest of my army moving down here. Factories in case I need to replace any Blackhammers. I hope I don't. Alright. So I pick these up, move them away. I want these guys to defend 2 lanes. That is unfortunate. I have to call down the Zerg here. Again, so that they soak up all the storms. Also because these enthralled Ultralisks are actually also getting work done. That's great. You can see these Stalkers are also getting funneled. These Immortals also getting funneled. That is fantastic news for me. I have 5 more Blackhammers here, ready to intercept this force right here. Enthralled Ultralisk, 5 kills. That's pretty amazing. That is great. Look at that. Ooh, just do not want to get all those guys stormed. This guy's getting kinda low. Alright, not yet. So they survive all those storms. Now, I don't think anyone died yet. This guy's back here. They're all pretty low, but not dead. That's the important thing. They can get repaired, they can go again. So you can see these engineering bays have served their purpose. They have warned me of an attack, so that I can get in position. I see another blimp here, so that the Blackhammer shoot faster. I do not want to lose that, so I pick it up and save it. Again, pick this guy up and save it. More Blackhammer action right here. These two guys are getting low, but not dead. Again, they don't have to be full health. They just have to be high enough, or they just have to have non-zero health, and that will still be 100% in terms of survivability. Watching the minimap allows me to see this tack wave coming in. They are trying to focus down the harvesting bot, but my Blackhammers are out here to make sure that the harvesting bots get away. These guys are getting low. I actually built, yeah, I'm actually going to build an extra enlistment center here so I can increase my, yeah, I'm team building it so I can increase my chances by increasing the repair. Oh, that's kind of, ooh, that's kind of, yeah, I was out of position there. So I had to call down the Zerg, which is a bit unfortunate, but they do allow me to soak up even more damage from the spellcasters. And now it's just Colossus versus Thors. I like my odds there, especially since I still have these Intercessors, picking up my Thors, my Blackhammers, making sure they do not die. These factories have served their purpose. I have not lost any Thors, so I don't actually need to rebuild any. Okay. I can use nukes there, but I was actually tempted to use my nukes there, but I decided not to because it was unnecessary. All I needed to do was get more damage in from my Blackhammers. So now I'm running over here to try and knock down these rocks before the last harvesting bot gets in, and it just barely goes down. But as you saw, it was a hectic game, but with the help of Intercessors, repair, and blocking build, there was a lot of things I had there to support this kind of force, but they do still manage to get a full clear with all bots saved. With 68% of the damage, or 67, yeah, 69% of damage. It's pretty nice. Alright, now let's check out the final score screen. I actually wasn't able to screenshot this screen over here. I did mouse over it, but somehow I forgot. But I do remember how much damage they took, and that's by far the highest. By far. The bots took 4,000 damage. None of them died, but they took 4,000 damage collectively. So, damage-wise, I got 68.6%, and add, of course, the 3.1% of the Enthralled Ultralisk. That still counts, and that will kick Arcturus up to 72 or 71.7% damage-wise. All bots saved, and full map clear. Kills-wise, you can see that that's 76%. Should I... How much do I add? So the Dogs of War collectively had 260 kills. I just split it evenly. Let's say... Or I actually had 104. Yeah, 104 kill. Let's just split that 4 ways. Let's say the Enthralled Ultras kill like 25. Let's give him 25. Or divide 11% by 4. Let's say that the Ultras got 3%. Let's give him 3%. Let's just estimate, give or take around, yeah, 3%. Survivability, you can see that none of my Blackhammers died. That gives them full marks. Actually, yeah, none of them died, thanks to a lot of repairing, a lot of medevacing, and a lot of blocking, but it is possible to get it done. Finally, number of likes. You guys can vote 100%, and it will still not be enough to get it into the top 3. Yeah, not even top 4 actually. The best that Arcturus's Blackhammers can do at this point is top 6 or top 7. Yeah. Oh well. Top 7's not bad considering I tested 15 commanders here. Top 7 is middle of the road. Not that high, but not that low either. But if you guys really dislike Arcturus Blackhammers, let's say only 28% of you, let's say you think they're basically Zagara's aberrations. If none of you, if you guys don't like it, then they will actually be, well, still above Kerrigan, still above Artanis, Zagara, and the first Warzone test. Certainly above Zeratul. They will be around bottom 6, bottom 7. Actually, yeah. It looks like Arcturus is somehow stuck right in the middle of the road. So, you know what? It doesn't really matter if you guys like him or not. He's very middle of the road. Man, that was so difficult to do. I hope you guys understand that this run took me so many attempts to do. It was so difficult, even at slower speed. I'm getting old, but that is this series done. Let me know if you guys want more of this in the future. I will probably start a new campaign series next week, and that actually pains me because the campaign series don't get a lot of views, but it's okay. I enjoy the campaigns. I enjoy playing through the campaign series, so I will see you guys next time.